Good afternoon, sir.
In some batches, it is more common that I forget uh, to use my microphone, like your class.
Good
In many
afternoon.
other classes, I remember the first time, hello, Padma, good afternoon. As I walk into the class, I sit here and I know I need to turn on, I need to get the mic out, connect it. What video are you watching? What is it about? Ah, Pakistani Maulvi. मेरे अल्लाह ने फरमाया है, right? I think these guys need training. Nobody can do this just like that without training and all, you know. The way the dramatic they sound, you know. I remember his comment when Sana is an actress, Indian actress. What is her name? Sana Khan. When she got married, you know, to a mufti or someone, then he said,
Afternoon, sir.
"Good afternoon." Speaking of Sana, Sana is here. Okay. Good afternoon, Sana. We were talking about a Sana, but not you. We were talking about Sana Khan.
Sana Khan,
Yes.
not Sana Kaushal.
But no, we have to accept that that girl is really attractive. Very beautiful she was. Actually, okay. So, first of all, I'm going to check your um, Very hot day. Elementary, Unit 10. My brothers. That's okay, Umar. No problems. My brothers. I have twin brothers, Nick and Chris. I have twin brothers, Nick and Chris. Twin tower. So I have twin brothers, Nick and Chris. They're 20 years old and although they are twins, they're not identical twins. So they are different in many ways. They are not identical twins, so they are different in many ways. They're different in many ways. For a start, they don't look alike. Should wait for a couple of weeks, once this course is over, when the new class starts, you will have the study materials, okay? For a start, the first thing, for a start means the first thing. Okay, for a start, they don't look alike. The first thing is they don't look alike. They're different in many ways. For a start, means the first thing is, for a start, they don't look alike. They don't look alike. Take a look at the photos. They don't look alike. Nick's got blonde hair. Nick has got, right? Nick's got means Nick has got. Nick's got, Nick apostrophe S. Nick has. Nick's got blonde hair and blue eyes. And he's quite tall. 3. However, Chris isn't very tall. And he's got red hair and brown eyes. He's got red hair and brown eyes. Also, they never wear the same clothes. They never wear the same clothes. Also, one more thing. Also means one more thing. Also, they never wear the same clothes. This is because our mother always dressed them alike when they were children and they hated it. Okay, so there are some phrases that you should pay attention to. For a start means the first thing when you're talking about a list of things, many things, the first of many things is for a start. Okay, India needs to do a lot of things to become a superpower. India needs to do a lot of things to become a superpower. For a start, they need to, okay, means the first thing is, okay, they don't look alike. What are your suggestions? How can India become a superpower? For a start, we need to get rid of these political parties. We need to get rid of these political parties. Yes, that's one necessary step. Okay, we need to get rid of democracy. I am saying something controversial. Okay, India cannot become a superpower as long as we have democracy. When people want votes, they compromise with all their, ideologies. They compromise with all their, values. They just want votes at any cost. For that, they do everything. So, India cannot become a superpower as long as we have democracy. We need to get rid of democracy. We need a Hitler type person in India. Again, don't take me very seriously. I am not here very serious. I'm just saying these things. as part of fun, nothing very serious. Don't grill me later. How dare you say that we need to get rid of our democracy and this and that. This is one side of democracy. When a country follows democracy, it is difficult to make fast progress because it is true that any political party participating in a democracy tries to keep the people happy. And when you're trying to keep the people happy in order to get their support and vote, you do not make right decisions. Right decisions sometimes are bitter decisions, decisions that will hurt you, decisions that will make you unhappy as citizens. Okay, maybe taxes need to be raised. They need to bring in stiff and strong measures which people will not like. But you can't do all these things in democracy. That's why it is true that progress in democracy is slow. But I'm not saying that let's get rid of democracy. I'm not saying that. No, democracy is such a cherished idea. Come on, you know. There are very few countries in the world which have true democracy. India is one of them, where whoever people support becomes, in power, comes in power. 10, 15 years ago, there was another party in power, right? Two times they were in power back to back. After that, two times another party is in power. Who knows what will happen next? What surprise we will see. All right. So democracy is long live democracy. Okay, come back to this. Chris isn't very tall. For a start, is clear. Look alike. Hey, you and your brother look so alike. You look alike. You and your brother look alike. All right. It means you and your brother look the same. Your faces are very similar. Okay. You look alike. Okay. Normally, identical twins look alike. Normally, identical twins look alike. Okay. Hey, you want to say, आप मेरे uncle की तरह लगते हैं. You look like my uncle. You look like my uncle. You look like my uncle. Okay. And now, आप और मेरे uncle एक जैसे दिखते हैं. You and my uncle look alike. You and my uncle look alike. Look at the spelling. It's important that you learn the spelling as well. You and my uncle look alike. Hey, you look like my uncle. Got it? Easy. You and my uncle look alike. See the difference, how we are using them? So you want to say, आप और मेरे दोस्त के पिताजी एकदम एक जैसे दिखते हैं. Say this. You and my friend's father look alike. आप मेरे दोस्त के पापा की तरह दिखते हैं. You look like, not alike this time, है ना? You look like my friend's father. You know this? You look like Shah Rukh Khan, you look like Salman Khan, you look like XYZ. You look like my friend's father. Easy. That's not new. You look like somebody is not new. You always knew that sentence. Okay? You look like a donkey. Sometimes people say this to their friends as well. Okay? You look like a donkey. You look like a fox or something. Okay? Yeah. You look like a dog. So this is how children can learn and practice so many animals' names when they fight with their brothers and sisters. You look like a hyena. You look like a turtle. Okay. Encourage your brothers and sisters to fight like this. Okay. Look like somebody. Look like something. Okay. So wives, you know how they are. So the other day I was at a Smart Bazaar and a person asked me there, so you're a professor somewhere. Then I said, why do you ask? No, I heard you speak English. You speak English very well. So I thought, he said, okay. My wife, after 10 minutes, after we left that place, I don't know what's wrong with that person. From which angle you look like a professor? I said, what do I look like then? My wife was like, from which angle do you look like a professor? I said, what do I look like then? She says, you look like a lafua. My wife. I said, all right, then you're walking with a lafua, right? Because she was with me. Okay. All right. So look like somebody is clear to you. Okay. And two people look alike. When I say Mexicans and Indians look alike, Mexicans and Indians look alike. एक जैसे दिखते हैं. Mexicans और Indians एक जैसे दिखते हैं. Mexicans and Indians look alike. They look alike. Okay. तुम और मेरे पापा एक जैसे बात करते हो एकदम. You and my father. पिछले स्टेशन पे आप उतर गए सर. ट्रेन आगे बढ़ गई. Yeah, you and my father talk alike. I don't want to be married to you. No. Why? You and my father talk alike. I can't handle another father. Okay. I don't want my father for all my life. No, no, no. I don't want to marry you. Come on. Are you serious? Yeah. You talk like my father. You and my father talk alike. Are you getting the pattern? Okay. You and I think alike. You and I think alike. I know you and I don't think alike, but I'm just saying this to keep myself happy. You and I don't think alike, I know. But anyways, तो क्या कह रहा हूँ, हम दोनों एक जैसा नहीं सोचते, एक जैसा सोचते हैं. We think alike. We don't think alike. Any problems? Let's go to the dictionary, guys. Do you like the dictionary? Visiting dictionary here? I do this to encourage you to use the online dictionary, Learners should never be afraid to use the dictionary. Alike, similar, look alike. The children all look very alike. Okay, because it's an adjective. It's an adjective. It's written here, adjective. So you can say very alike because you say very tall, very rich, very poor, very intelligent. So very alike. The children all look very alike. Okay. The same or similar. And I was going to teach you this a bit later because there is a sentence. Okay. So dear students, I have a question for you. You look sad. This sentence is very common. You know this sentence? You look sad. What's wrong? उदास लग रहे हो, क्या हुआ? You look sad. What's wrong? You look sad. Sad is an adjective. So you sound very happy today. You sound very happy today. So guys, these are special verbs. Notice. You say you look sad. What's wrong? You sound happy today. What's special? Okay. You sound happy. Sad and happy are both adjectives. And before sad and happy, you have look and sound. Both are verbs. You look, you sound. You look happy, you sound happy. You look sad, you sound sad. You smell good. You smell good. Oh my God, you smell so awful. Don't sit next to me. You smell so awful. Don't sit next to me. Now, again, awful is also bad, an adjective. You smell so good. Good is an adjective. And before that, we have a verb. So this is a special category of verbs in English which are followed by adjectives, my dear students. If you remember, after verbs we use adverbs. For example, he sings good or he sings well. He sings good or he sings well. If you remember, whatever you remember, you have studied, please say. You sing well, you sing good. You sing well. You are a good singer. You are a good singer. You sing well. You are a good singer. Is that okay? You are a good singer. You sing well. Any problems? You are a good singer. You sing well. Okay. You're a good teacher. You teach well. You're a bad teacher. You teach. Nandini. You're a bad teacher. You teach badly. You are a bad teacher. You teach badly. So see the difference between bad and badly, an adjective and adverb. You are a bad teacher, an adjective. You teach badly. So normally you use an adverb after a verb, right? Like this. You teach badly, you teach well, you sing badly, you sing well. You decorated the room beautifully. You decorated the room beautifully. The room was beautiful. Okay. Okay. You decorated the room beautifully. खूबसूरत तरीके से तुमने सजाया रूम को. सजाया कैसे सजाया? ब्यूटीफुल तरीके से. You decorated the room beautifully. तो एडवर्ब आते हैं. लेकिन today I am teaching you a special case. Some verbs are followed by adjectives. क्योंकि वो काम के बारे में नहीं बताते, वो लिंक कर देते हैं एडजेक्टिव और सब्जेक्ट को. सुनो मेरी बात. You are happy. यहाँ आर भी तो एक वर्ब है ना, बट बी वर्ब क्या करता है? कनेक्ट कर देता है एडजेक्टिव को सब्जेक्ट के साथ. You are handsome. You are happy. You are good. You are bad. You are rich. You are poor. तो ये भी तो वर्ब के बाद ही आ रहा है, लेकिन ये वर्ब स्पेशल वर्ब है. ये लिंक कर देता है सब्जेक्ट और एडजेक्टिव को. You are happy. Happy कौन? You are happy, right? तो you look happy. Happy कौन? You. तो ये भी लिंक कर देते हैं एडजेक्टिव्स को. तो इनको क्या कहते हैं? लिंक वर्ब्स कहते हैं. क्या कहते हैं इनको? So guys, we have a few link verbs like here. Look. You look handsome. Yeah. You look not so handsome. You look tall. Okay. You look sad. You look rich. You look poor. तुम गरीब दिखते हो. तो यानी तुम और गरीब, राइट? कनेक्शन आ गया ना? तो ये स्पेशल केस है, ध्यान रखना. You look handsome, you look beautiful, you look ugly, you look rich, you look poor, you look tired. You look tired. Tired is also an adjective. Okay. Similarly, आपकी आवाज सुनाई पड़ी फोन पे और लगा बहुत खुश हैं, तो हम नहीं बोलेंगे you look happy, बोलेंगे you sound very happy because I'm getting to hear your voice. I'm not getting to see you. On the phone, I hear your voice and I get a feeling that you are happy. And I'll say, you sound very happy. What's special, huh? Suppose I heard your voice and I got a feeling that you are not happy, you're sad. You sound sad. What's wrong? You sound sad. What's wrong? So, Shadab, अगर ये वाला काट के लगा देना तो बढ़िया होगा, अगर पॉसिबल हो तो. ये वाला हिस्सा, ये क्या हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं? लिंक वर्ब्स. ओके. ये इंपॉर्टेंट है कि उसके बाद एडवर्ब्स नहीं आ रहे हैं. ठीक है. यू लुक हैप्पीली नहीं, यू लुक हैप्पी. ठीक है. यू लुक सैडली नहीं, यू लुक सैड. यू लुक सैडली मतलब दूसरा चीज बोलना पड़ता है. मेरी बात सुनिए ना. शी लुक्ड एट मी सैडली. शी लुक्ड एट मी. हाँ, उसने मुझे उदास होकर देखा. She looked at me sadly. She looked at me sadly. उसको पता था हम दोबारा नहीं मिलेंगे. So she looked at me sadly. Alright? तो ये अलग है. और when I say she looked sad, वो उदास लग रही थी. ठीक है. When you look at somebody, you look in different ways. कभी किसी को गुस्से से देखते हैं. So you look at somebody angrily. और आप खुद ही गुस्से में लग रहे हैं, तो आप बोलेंगे यू लुक एंग्री, व्हाट्स द मैटर, व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम, यू लुक एंग्री, गुस्से में लग रहे हो, मुझे गुस्से से मत देखो, हम डर जाते हैं। ओके, डोंट लुक at me, don't look at me angrily, don't look at me angrily, I get nervous, I get scared, please. Okay, don't look at me angrily. A child says to his father or to his mother, mom, please don't look at me angrily, I get so scared. Okay. Mom, you look angry, what's the matter? आप गुस्से में लग रही हो, क्या हुआ? Okay, so the sentences here, as I explained to you guys, look alike, they don't look alike, वो एक जैसे नहीं दिखते हैं, they don't look alike. Okay, they don't look alike. ये आज कितनी तारीख है दोस्तों? Today is the 1st of September. Okay, they don't look alike, so this alike is an adjective, yes or no? Because when I say they look handsome, they look handsome, they don't look handsome, handsome is an adjective ना, they don't look alike, उसी pattern पे, they don't look handsome, handsome is an adjective, they don't look alike, ये alike क्या है? An adjective. The same way, pattern देखना चाहिए, जब बाकी वर्ड्स एक जैसे रहे तो अगला वर्ड भी वही पैटर्न का होगा. They don't look handsome, they don't look beautiful, they don't look angry, they don't look sad, they don't look happy, they don't look alike. मीनिंग बदलती जा रही है, बिल्कुल. मैंने सैड बोला, हैप्पी बोला, ऑपोजिट मीनिंग है, लेकिन पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच तो वही है ना. They don't look sad, they don't look happy, they don't look alike. So alike का part of speech भी क्या है? It's an adjective. Okay, they don't look alike. Nick's got blonde hair and blue eyes. Nick's got blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, Nick's got, and he's quite tall. He's quite tall. ठीक ठाक लंबा है. Okay, अच्छा खासा लंबा है. Like that, depends on the way you say it. Okay, he's quite tall, अच्छा खासा लंबा है. However, you know, you're showing contrast. Chris isn't very tall, and he's got red hair and brown eyes. Also is the first word of the sentence, first word. Also, one more thing, they never wear the same clothes. They never wear the same clothes. एक जैसे कपड़े कभी नहीं पहनते. They don't wear the same clothes. They don't wear the same clothes. This is because मतलब this refers to what? This is because this refers to what? The fact that they never wear the same clothes. This refers to the whole statement. पीछे वाले पूरे बात को, पूरे सेंटेंस को this रेफर करता है. This refers to the whole statement. They never wear the same clothes. The fact that they never wear the same clothes is because, आई बात समझ में? This is because, अगर मैं कहूं my daughter speaks English very well. This is because we spoke English to her when she was a kid. So this here refers to the fact that my daughter speaks English very well. So when I said my daughter speaks English very well, this is because this here refers to the statement, previous statement. So you can refer to the whole statement with the word this. Yeah. She doesn't like me. This is because I haven't returned her, I haven't paid back her loan. or money that I borrowed from her. Okay. She doesn't like me. Okay. This is because something, any reason you can think of. Koi wajah le lo dimag mein. All right. So this is because this refers to the previous statement. They never wear the same clothes. This is because our mother always dressed them alike. Always dressed them alike. Dressed them in the same way. Dress them in the same way. उनको एक जैसे ही कपड़े पहनाती थी. Dress them. Dress is a verb now. Dress somebody. देखो, our mother always dressed them. Subject क्या है? Our mother always dressed. We too, right? Our mother always dressed. Object them. उनको कपड़े पहनाती थी. Dress them alike. एक जैसे कपड़े पहनाती थी. When they were children. जब वो छोटे बच्चे थे. And they hated it. But when you are a child, you cannot do much. You have to listen to your mother. When you grow up, you say, no, I won't do it anymore. Okay, how many of you wore the same clothes as your brother and sister when you were young? Did your mother also dress you alike, you and your brothers and sisters? Did your mother dress you and your brothers and sisters alike? Did your mother dress you in the same way as your brother or sister? I remember when I was small, my mom loved it when my father bought two pieces of the same clothing, one for me, one for my brother. And we would wear the same clothes and we would walk together to a special party, to an occasion, or to a mela or somewhere. My mom would look at us. I still remember her face, how happy she felt looking at us both, wearing the same clothes. Okay. This shows that my mom liked the idea of equality. She liked giving us the same thing. Most mothers and fathers who do this, they love their children equally. Sometimes some parents love their children, some children more and other children less. It is also true. It is also true. Some parents are very transactional, when they see that this child is going to give me more returns, they invest more in that child, not only financially, emotionally as well. And that's not fair, I think. I mean, if your one's child is not very smart, not very clever, you don't start discriminating him or her. It's absolutely unfair. Parents should love all their children equally. If your child is bad, if he doesn't listen to you, that's a totally different matter. But just because your one child is a smarter, more handsome, more good looking, that's why you like him or her more. That's not fair at all. I know some parents who have such strange personality. They have two children. One child is more good looking than the other, and they take this child everywhere they go. They don't take this not so good looking child with them. They feel embarrassed. I think these people shouldn't have become parents in the first place. They shouldn't have had children. बच्चे होने नहीं चाहिए उनको. Anyways, I feel very bad for those children. Because from your parents you can expect equality, equal, treatment, fair treatment, and you don't get that from your parents. It breaks your heart. Anyways, our mother dressed them alike. ये alike adjective है.
Actually, my mummy dressed me and Neha alike.
Okay, Hina, your mother was good. She dressed you and Neha alike. Okay. Tell me, is this alike an adjective? ये alike adjective है. Is this alike an adjective? Padma says, when I was a child, my mother didn't buy the same clothes for me and my sister. ऐसे बोलना था बेटा. My mother didn't buy the same clothes for me and my sister. But now we buy the same clothes, but different sizes. Okay, Padma. Really nice. Okay. When Padma was small, when she was a kid, she was a child, her mother didn't buy the same clothes for her and her sister. But now Padma and her sister buy the same clothes, but in different sizes. Okay, that's really nice. You guys tell me what I'm asking you. Is this alike an adjective? Idea adjective का समझ में आना चाहिए. Adjective एक ऐसा word है जो एक noun के बारे में बताता है वो noun कैसा है. Right? Basically, a tall man, a rich man. तो man को बता रहा है कैसा है, right? तो adjective वैसा idea होता है. Is this an adjective? Yes or no? Our mother always dressed them alike. अब कुछ लोग बोलेंगे हाँ सर, क्योंकि कपड़ा एक जैसा था. अरे यार, कपड़ा एक जैसा था, यहाँ सर शब्द को देखिए. मदर ड्रेस्ड देम अलाइक. कपड़े पहनाती थी एक ही तरीके. ऑलराइट, ड्रेस इज अ वर्ब ना. हाँ, सो मदर ड्रेस्ड देम अलाइक. ओके, तो ड्रेस समबॉडी मतलब ओके. अगर कैया वांट्स टू से जब मैं छोटी थी तो मेरी मम्मी मुझे लड़कों के कपड़े पहनाती थी. तो शी कैन से when I was young, when I was a child, my mother dressed me like a boy. My mother dressed me like a boy. Adnan's mother dressed him like a girl, right, Adnan, when you were a young kid? Yeah, we accept it. Come on, Adnan. Because it is a fact. When you were a small child, when you were 3 years old, 4 years old, okay, then your mother dressed you like a girl. Go ask your mom. And if she says no, I will throw a party for you. If she says yes, it is true, Adnan, I dressed you like a girl, then you will have to throw a party for me. Okay, fine. Dress somebody. किसी को कपड़े पहनाना. Okay. All right. So mother always dressed them alike when they were children, and they hated it.
So nowadays, I dressed like Fatma.
Hina, your audio isn't very clear to us. Can you say this one more time? Maybe if you're using an external microphone, don't use it. Otherwise, if you're not using, just say it more loudly a little bit.
So I'm saying, uh, um, me, um, I'm and I stitch some dresses like my daughter.
You
Stitches
pick,
some dresses.
stitch. Are, you can use the word make. Why do you have to say stitch?
Okay,
You can say the word make. Okay, yeah. You make
some dresses like my daughter.
नहीं 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 नहीं. आप डॉटर की तरह थोड़ी कपड़े बनाती, डॉटर के कपड़ों की तरह कपड़े बनाती. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड द कंपैरिजन. आप बेटी की तरह कपड़े नहीं बनाते, बेटी के कपड़ों की तरह कपड़े बनाते. राइट? बेटी की तरह कपड़े होते हैं, बेटी के कपड़ों की तरह कपड़े बनाते. So Hina makes clothes too. We didn't know about your this talent. Hina makes clothes too, and she makes clothes similar to her daughter's clothes. She makes clothes like her daughter's clothes. Okay, that's nice. Please, like और alike में फंस ना जाना. Like बहुत अच्छे से तुम जानते थे. आज जो सिखाना वो है alike. ओके, ये नहीं कि आज अलाइक को यूज कर देना लाइक वाले जगह पे, जहां आज तक लाइक बोल रहे तो वहां लाइक बोल दें, क्योंकि आज सीखे अलाइक. They were children and they hated it. Guys, I need to check whether it is problem of, could you pass me the phone? I am not very sure whether it is electricity problem or maybe we have run out of balance. I just need to confirm. Why? I don't know. I'm getting this feeling that perhaps it is because we have run out of balance, maybe. Let me check. It's been quite a few days since I recharged my account here. And now it isn't starting. It means my brother has recharged. That's why. Okay. Just need to call my wife and ask her to confirm this. Hello, Roop. No, it's not about water. I'm just asking to confirm that we don't have electricity, or is it because of balance or something? Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm asking you to confirm that we don't have electricity, or is it because of lack of balance? Uh, so we don't have electricity upstairs either. Just ask in the neighboring house. Do they have electricity or not? Okay, fine. Where were we?
You always calling your wife only for water.
Poor me, poor life, same routine, monotonous life, predictable. I make a phone call, she says, Aditi, Papa is asking for water. I just call to say, okay, there is a song. I might have played this song. No? Yeah. All right, where were we? Dress them alike. This alike is adverb. Our mother dressed them alike. Our mother beat us badly. Our mother beat us badly. I know adverb, I know. Our mother dressed us alike. Their mother dressed them alike. Our mother beat us badly. Our teacher teaches us well. Our teacher teaches us patiently. So this alike is an adverb. क्या मैं ऐसे जो बनाता हूँ comparison, ये दिमाग को accept होता है आपके कि मेरी sentences मेरे मुंह से निकल के खत्म हो जाते हैं, आपके दिमाग तक नहीं पहुंचते. I'm trying to draw parallel कि जैसे इस sentence में words इस खास order में है, वैसे ही उसमें भी है. I said our mother beat us badly. यहाँ पर our mother subject, beat verb, us object, badly adverb. कैसे मारा? बुरी तरीके से मारा. Our mother beat us badly. बहुत बुरा पीटती थी, बहुत भयानक तरीके से पीटती थी. Okay. And our mother dressed us alike. Our mother dressed them alike. तो ये alike भी क्या है? An adverb. यही comparison draw करने के लिए I do this. कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि मैं बोलता हूं, बस वहां से रिसीव नहीं होता. Hey, 25% students receive my messages. That's why they grow. That's why they learn. 75% just ignore. They don't even try to receive the message. यही बात मैं हिंदी में बोल के पढ़ाऊं, अरे बाप बढ़िया चीज पढ़ा दी है. अरे यार ऐसा कैसे होता है यार? आपको मैं हिंदी बोल के पढ़ाऊंगा, आपकी इंग्लिश इंप्रूव कैसे हो जाएगी? You have to listen to English in order to improve your English. Yes. Yes. हाँ जी. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now send water too. Yeah. She's in a different world. Okay. And they hated it. Hated it. It what? Hated it. It what?
Same dress.
You're getting it right. You're getting it right. But इसको बोलना थोड़ा सा complicated हो रहा है. They were children and they hated it. They hated the fact that our mother dressed them alike. They hated it. Okay. Something else that they don't like. Okay, so our last sentence is about what they don't like. They didn't like being dressed the same way, alike. Okay, that's why they don't dress alike anymore. They wear different clothes. They never wear the same clothes. They don't like wearing the same clothes. One more thing that they don't like is something else. Matlab one more thing. Something else that they don't like is when people talk about the twins. Something else that they don't like is, one more thing that they don't like is when people talk about the twins, not Nick and Chris. When people talk about the twins, not Nick and Chris. Okay, because they're twins, so everybody talks about them together, Nick and Chris twins. Like my daughter doesn't like it when I call out Aditi, Aditya, Aditya, Aditi. She doesn't like it. She says, why don't you call one person? You know, if you need me, call me. If you need Bhaiya, call him. Why do you call both of us all the time? Okay, because she doesn't like to be hyphenated, you know. Everybody wants to have an individual identity. This is, you know, innate. This is natural. This is inside us. We are born with this kind of personality. We are born with this. Everybody, every single individual is born with this, maybe more or less, but everybody is born with this quality. You want to be an individual. You don't want to be associated with another person. Even your dad. All your life, you don't want to be hyphenated with your dad. You don't want, hyphenated means next to, like if everybody calls you Adnan, your papa's name is Adnan? Zaya. Okay. So I know you already have a good friend circle, people know you for you, but imagine a boy like Sachin Tendulkar's son. You know, wherever he goes, people say, he is Sachin's son, Sachin's son, Sachin's son. He doesn't have his own identity, right? So some people, you know, suffer from this kind of thing, especially when their one family in their one member in their family becomes very popular, very special, you know, then they all are identified by that one person, and it is bad for their self-esteem a little bit, you know, because they all want their own identity. So they want to be individuals the same way. They want their own identity. They don't like to be called the twins, because when the people talk about the twins, their individual personality disappears there. Nick is different. Chris is different. They want people to know Nick. They want people to know Chris. Okay, they don't want to be known as the twins. Something else that they don't like is, this is very important. This is a two-letter word in this sentence, but I'm telling you, a lot of people who speak English okay will drop this word is. They will not understand the importance of this is. My dear students, if I say my name Vinay Shankar Soni, is this a sentence? My name Vinay Shankar Soni? It is not a sentence. My name is Vinay Shankar Soni. You connect my name and Vinay Shankar Soni with is. So when I say something else that they don't like is, and then what is that something, right? Something else that they don't like is when people talk about the twins. One more thing that they don't like is when people talk about the twins, not Nick and Chris. They want to be individuals. And I think it is natural. Everybody wants to be an individual, right? Shah Rukh's son would like to have his own identity someday. He wouldn't like to be known as Shah Rukh's son all his life. Today, Abhishek Bachchan has managed to create his own identity. Today, people talk about Abhishek Bachchan. Yes, his father was such a big, you know, figure that people will always know Abhishek, Amitabh's son, but he has managed to create his own identity to a certain extent, right? So it is a big, sad story for those people who have a very successful person in their family. Everybody is identified by that one person. Okay. Now, number 7. However, here we are talking about what they don't like, right? Now we are talking about something similar. However, they do have some interests in common. They do have some interest in common. Normally you say they have, right? But here you say they do have. Why is that? Because if you observe, previous couple of sentences, we've been talking about the differences, the red hair, brown eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes. You see, differences, tall, not very tall, and this and that. So we have been talking about the contrast, the differences. Now, they do have some interest in common. It's not that they are completely different from each other. They do have some interest in common. कुछ common भी है, ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ भी नहीं है. They do have some interest in common. It's called an emphatic sentence in English. An emphatic sentence is used to emphasize the statement, the message that you are giving with the sentence. So, there is a student, he's not making much progress. So the teachers call the guardians, okay? The parents come to school and the principal is talking to them. Your child is showing no improvement, we are concerned about him. We are not sure that he studies at home or he takes his studies seriously. Then the parents say, but sir, he does study at home. But sir, he does study at home. Instead of saying he studies at home, but sir, he does study at home. He learns slowly, the parents are saying, right? पढ़ता है sir, घर पे पढ़ता तो है, but धीरे समझता है. But he is a slow learner. He is a slow learner. Yes, so okay, all right. I hope you understood why we use this emphatic sentence, where we use this emphatic sentence. In this situation, the parents wanted to emphasize that वो घर पे पढ़ता, आप ऐसा बोल रहे हैं ना कि progress नहीं हो रहा, घर पे लापरवाही कर रहा, घर पे पढ़ाई करता है बच्चा. He does study at home. It's another thing that he learns very slowly. He's not a very sharp-minded student, fine. But he does work hard. मेहनत तो करता है. He does work hard. Okay. So you use the word do or does in present simple despite the verb in positive sentence. Normally, you say, I drink milk, I study at home, I go to Patna. You do not use do, does in positive sentences. But in an emphatic sentence, you bring those words. I do drink milk, but I don't know why I am not putting on any weight. दूध तो हम पीते हैं, लेकिन पता नहीं क्या है, शरीर में वजन नहीं बढ़ रहा. I'm not becoming stronger. I do drink 2 liters of milk every day. All right, like that. Okay. So I hope you understand. I do drink. क्यों है? देखो क्या है दोस्तों, अगर आप सिस्टमैटिकली नहीं पढ़ोगे, अगर ये वाली बात मैं एलिमेंट्री के उस समय पर पढ़ाऊं जब यूनिट 2 में आप प्रेजेंट सिंपल पढ़ते हो, तो उस समय तो वही बड़ा चैलेंज रहता है. उस समय मैं एम्फैटिक पढ़ाऊं तो क्या माथे का दही होता है, दिमाग का दही होता है, वो समझ में आ जाएगा, राइट? Some students are sharp, some students are very good, 1 or 2, and they say, sir, वो भी तो मैंने सुना है. अरे भाई, कंट्रोल करें, सिस्टमैटिक पढ़ाई करें, राइट? Right now I explained this emphatic idea. कितनी smoothly आपके दिमाग में चला गया कि कहाँ यूज होना चाहिए, कैसे यूज होना चाहिए. It didn't make any challenge for you, didn't cause you any difficulty, this lesson. You understood, okay. The parents are at school, the teacher is saying, your child is not making progress. We don't think he takes his studies seriously. No, sir, he does study hard, sir. He does study hard. Sometimes he studies until 1 o'clock at night, sir. He's a slow learner, we accept that. He's a slow learner, okay. You don't love me. I know you don't love me anymore. I'm not beautiful anymore. So you want somebody else in your life. Come on, what are you saying? I do love you. Okay? See? Instead of saying I love you, you will not say I love you. In this situation, I love you doesn't sound enough. I love you doesn't sound enough. I do love you. Why are you saying all these nonsense things? I don't want any other woman, right? And you are still beautiful. The husband says all these jhoot bhoot batein, Okay. Okay. So Let's continue. They do have some interest in common. Some interest in common. Nice expression. They do have some interest in common. I and my wife have nothing in common. It means we are totally different from each other. I and my wife have some things in common. It means we are a bit similar. We have a lot of things in common, means we are very similar. Okay. So you and I, do we have something in common? Yes, we are both humans. But I'm a thinking human. You guys are a believing human. Okay. All right. Have something in common. Okay. Would you like to marry a woman who shares something, who has something in common with you? Or you would like a wife who doesn't have much in common with you? Depends. Actually, I have my theory. Okay. Let me give you my theory. I observe things and I make observations, my theories. My theory is, in India, marriages are what should I say? Marriages are not very successful. Yes, they last long, but they are not very successful because successful in a sense, the husband and wives do not respect their promises. In Indian marriages, husbands and wives don't respect their promises. Like the husband promises that I will never have any relation with any other woman, right? Give me a second. Hello. Okay, so yeah, there is a reason. Look, girls grow up in a different way. Now, today, girls are growing differently, like boys. They are going to school, they're studying with boys, they're spending time with boys, they're getting to learn each other's personalities and everything. But just go 30, 40 years back. Girls grew up differently, doing the housework, spending time with girls, and men grew differently, boys, going outside, spending time with boys. So their personalities grew up in different directions. So when they got married, they only got together for romantic moments. Otherwise, the wife and the husband didn't have anything in common. The wife liked playing chutti titi, right? And the boys liked, doing some other things together with boys. Okay. So when they got together, they didn't have much to talk about. They didn't have the same interest, nothing in common. And that's why they easily got bored of each other. And if you do not have friends with your partner, then you are going to do something outside. It's not natural, When you are friends, then relationship is different. So I think today, now that boys and girls are studying together, they go to schools together, and they spend time together, they learn about each other. It's not always about romantic relationship. Ruqayya knows more about men and boys' personality than her mother did. And her mother knew more than her mother did, because increasingly you guys are spending more time with men, and that's why you know what men are like. You talk to them, you observe their personality. Imagine, Ruqayya, if you had lived all your life totally away from your male friends, okay, then you wouldn't know what boys think like, what boys behave like. You wouldn't know anything, but you know now, and this knowledge helps you later on in life. So this is one reason why, in earlier, women had to tolerate men's, dishonesty in their marriages. Almost every man was dishonest because it was natural. It was very natural because they had no connection. They had only one connection, romantic connection. That's it. They were not friends. They didn't understand each other. And you know the lines, औरत को कोई नहीं समझ सकता. Right, right. Well, what kind of crazy sentence is this? औरत को कोई नहीं समझ सकता. What kind of crazy sentence is this? This is absolutely nonsense. Absolute nonsense, I should say. Absolute nonsense. What do you mean औरत को कोई नहीं समझ सकता? सबको कोई नहीं समझ सकता, नहीं तो सबको सब समझ सकते हैं. Everybody is an individual. Yeah, sometimes what happens, we have statements of this kind because in the past, women manipulated men. because there was no other way they could hold power. You know, you watch Jodha Akbar, you know, Mahamanga is trying to manipulate Akbar all the time. Why? Because this is the only way she can have some control. Because she is never going to become the queen, right? But today women also have job, they earn their own money, so they don't need to manipulate men. But those women who are totally dependent on their husbands, on their brothers, on their papas, they become manipulators. They will try to manipulate their brothers when their wives come, because they will think this is the only way they can control power, because they themselves cannot do anything. But imagine a girl who herself is a pilot. Imagine a girl who herself is a doctor. Why does she need to manipulate her her brother or her husband? She earns her own salary. So what if her husband spends some time with his mother or gives money to his mother? She doesn't mind that, right? Because she doesn't depend on her husband. But imagine a woman who totally depends on her husband. I know a girl. Her husband earns a lot of money, okay? And her husband has a sister who is widowed, doesn't have a husband. So he wants to take care of his sister and his family, which is the right thing to do. But this girl is very unhappy about it. Why do you have to? I mean, because she does nothing. She is worried about her future, her daughter's future. But if she herself earned money, good amount of money, why would she care that much? So manipulation of women was a result of the kind of life they had. As time is changing, women are becoming more self-dependent. They're becoming less manipulative. And that's why statements like this, that औरतों को कोई नहीं समझ सकता, statements like this are becoming absolutely meaningless. In the past, maybe it was true, but not anymore. Okay. So, Sas Bahu, okay, why did they fight? Why did they fight? Why was there a problem between them? Because they both wanted to control the man, the son, the husband, you know, to have power. Because if the wife controls the husband better, she has more power. If the mother controls the son better, she has more power. Because they both depended on this man for their, survival. Today, the Sas is also earning money. She's a teacher somewhere. She's a clerk somewhere. The Bahu is also earning money. Why do they need to fight? They don't need to. Okay, that was my theory. Now, moving on. They want to be individuals. However, they do have some interest in common. For example, they love being outdoors. They love being outdoors. They love being outdoors, being outdoors. They love being outdoors, being, before, going, live, living, earn, earning, learn, learning, teach, teaching, be, being. They love being outdoors. They love learning English. They love watching TV. They love being outdoors. Nandini, you are a girl. Do you like being a girl? You like being a girl because she is a girl. So she likes it. She likes what? She likes being a girl. If I ask Zafri, do you like being a teacher? Then he'll say, what? I'm not a teacher. Zafri, do you like being a teacher? Sorry, I'm not a teacher. But if you ask me, do you like being a teacher? Makes sense, because I am a teacher, whether or not I like it. Okay, so my answer would be, yeah, I like being a teacher. Let me ask Hina. Hina, you are the elder sister or the younger sister of Neha?
Elder sister.
You are the elder sister.
Yes.
Do you like being the elder sister?
Yes.
Why? Why do you like it? Because you get the chance to, order her, yeah? Dominate her, being the elder sister. Neha ye kar, Neha wo kar.
No, sir.
Okay. But Neha, Hina, Neha calls you Didi, Api, or Hina?
You know.
What kind of elder sister you are? So much for being elders and elder sister. She doesn't even get to be called Didi or Appa. Okay, she's called Hina. So she's not the elder sister. Okay, guys, tell me. Yeah, what happened? What's wrong? I don't understand. We haven't had such a long power cut. Today it was really long, like half an hour it's been, no? And it's rather hot today. Maybe I should open the windows. Hina, do you like being married? Do you like being married? Hina, do you like being
No.
married? Neha, do you like being married? We have Neha? No, Neha isn't here. Neha attends the class only for some time. Okay, Sana, did you hear your friend Hina's statement? She says she doesn't like being married. Sana, you still have time, okay? Okay. Padma, you see, you are also engaged, Padma. If you heard what Hina said, she doesn't like being married. You guys still have some time. Please rethink about your decision. Okay. So being something, being outdoors, being married, being a boy, you like being a boy, hate being a boy. Like this. मुझे पसंद नहीं कि मैं लड़का हूं. I hate being a boy. Okay. So Nandini likes being a girl. You never feel like, oh, being a girl is a bad deal. It's better to be a boy. You don't feel that way. Okay, good for you. They love being outdoors. You guys, do you like being outdoors? Being
What do you think, sir?
outdoors.
Did you
Yes,
like
Hina?
being a man?
Do I like being a man?
Yes.
It was not in my hand, to choose, right?
If,
So I
if
don't
we
know.
choose
If you
any option, then
ask me, yeah, if I got a chance to choose, then I would definitely choose to be a girl for some time, just to see what it feels like to be a girl. So if I could be a girl, but the problem is, if I'm a girl, I have to forget what being a boy is like. Otherwise, there will be a conflict. This is a very complex question. You understand what I'm trying to say? If I want to experience what being a girl is like, then I have to erase my experience of being a boy. And when I am a girl, then I will not be able to again know what it is like to be a boy. I want to know what it is like to be both. And I know it is not possible, you see. I want to compare what it is like to be a boy, what it is like to be a girl inside. I mean, I think it isn't very different. It isn't very different. I don't think it is very, very different. I know the way people treat you is different, but inside the way you feel, I think it's very much the same, on an individual level. Being a boy, being a girl, doesn't matter much. You like being liked, whether you're a boy or you're a girl, you like being liked. क्या बोला मैंने? You like being liked. आपको अच्छा लगता है कि कोई आपको पसंद करे. Whether you're a girl, you're a boy, you like it when somebody likes you. You don't like it when somebody says something bad about you, whether you're a girl or you're a boy. I don't think it is very different to be a boy or to be a girl. It's very much the same. Yes, life can be difficult for a girl in some situations. If you are in a very conservative society, in a very conservative family, a girl has to make more sacrifices and compromises than a boy does in some societies. Otherwise, life is very much, on an individual level, it is very much the same. How it feels inside, I think. But I can tell you the difference when it is being married and being single. Whether I like being married, yes, I will say I love being married. Why? Because when you are not married, there is a sense of insecurity inside you. And being married brings that security, you feel like, okay, but there is a condition. You need to be married to the right person. If you're married to the wrong person, it's better not to be married at all. So if you ask me, do I like being married? I'd say yes, I like being married. Absolutely. Because when you're not married, there is so much insecurity. You don't know where your life is going, in which direction your life is headed. So being married gives you some sort of stability, some sort of, it grounds you. Yeah. You have your own station. Otherwise, where will the train stop, So being married is like having a station for a train. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what kind of analogy that is. But anyway, did you understand this being? Do you like being alone at home? Do you like being alone at home? Say yes. I know at this age, you guys like being alone at home. Your whole house is yours. Yeah. But when you are in my age, no. When you are 19, 20, yeah, you love being alone at home, But when you are my age, you don't want to be alone at home because you have to do everything on your own. When you are alone and you are 19, 20, you invite friends, you have parties, you spend all your time talking to somebody on video calls. You see, nobody is there to stop you. And so many other things, which I'm not saying because it is a classroom. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, where were we? Being. They love being outdoors. Zafri, control. I know you understand. Control. They love being outdoors. Number 8. So they often go for long walks together in the countryside. So they often go for long walks together in the countryside because they love being outdoors. How many of you enjoy being outdoors? And how many of you enjoy being indoors? My vote is for being indoors. I love being indoors. I only like going outdoors occasionally. You like being outdoors? Okay. I love being indoors. When somebody asks me to go and buy something, I say, come on, find somebody else, please. I am ghar ghusna, Huh? Yeah, I love being at home all the time. I don't like going out. Okay. But when I do go out once in a while, it makes me feel happy in a way. I mean, it is my weakness that I am at home and I like it. But ideally, I think everybody should go out. Shams says he loves being indoors. Really, Shams? I don't think you'd like it. I think you're forced to be indoors. By the way, any news about Lucky and Amama? Anybody? Did you talk to them? How they're doing? Shams beta, do you have information about your Lucky uncle? How he's doing?
No, sir.
Yeah. Talk to him. His father, his brother, they were all sick with dengue. So look, it's very easy for me, and I know it is in my interest to finish things fast, but I want to make sure that you guys go from here with the information, knowledge, feeling for the things that you're studying, okay? They love being outdoors. So they often go for long walks together in the countryside. They go for long walks together in the countryside. Also, another thing, one more thing, also, they both have great computer skills. They're very good at computers. Yeah, they have great computer skills. Now, when you want to give details, you use in fact. In fact, they're both studying IT at university. First, we said they both have great computer skills. Now we are giving more details. In fact, they are both studying IT at university. Number 9. But in different towns. They're both studying IT at university, but in different towns. Another thing is that, one more thing is that, they both hate football. They both hate football, which is very unusual for boys of their age. Boys of their age normally love football, and these two guys both hate football. They both hate football, which is very unusual for boys of their age. Finally, I must say that I love my brothers very much. Finally, I must say that I love my brothers very much. 10. Although they have different personalities, they are both lovely brothers. They have different personalities, but they are lovely brothers. Although they have different personalities, they are lovely brothers. They are both lovely brothers. Nick is quiet and quite shy. दोनों words अगल बगल ताकि confused ना हो, clarity हो जाए. Nick is quiet and quite shy, but Chris loves going to parties and telling jokes. Chris loves going to parties and telling jokes. 12. However, both of them are always very kind to me, their little sister. Who is writing this text? A girl, a sister, right? They are both very kind to me, their little sister. I am their little sister. I can tell them all of my problems. I can tell them all of my problems. In India, a lot of girls cannot tell all their problems to their brothers because brothers in India behave differently. They're not like friends. They're more like custodians, guardians, you know. They have responsibility of making sure that girls behave. Okay. But today's generation, I see young boys and girls like 11-year-olds, okay, 10-year-olds, they are not like that. 11-year-old brothers are not like, hey, I'm your brother, I have responsibility. No, they allow their sisters equal space. I know a lot of young 11-year-old boys who say very, casually about their sisters, boyfriend hai tumhara? Like this, about a boy who studies with her. Means they do not take it ki izzat pe aanch aa rahi hai aisa bol ke. I mean, I never thought that a brother can make this kind of joke about his sister. When I was growing up, no brother could make this joke. But today's brothers say, usko bura bol rahe, tumko kya ke liye bura lagta hai? Boyfriend hai tumhara? Like brothers and sisters studying together in the same class. Okay, 1 year, 2 years older, younger, sometimes in another class, but they have common friends. So at home, when the boy says something bad about one of the boys and the sister defends him, then he says, why are you feeling bad? Is he your boyfriend? Okay. And he doesn't feel like he's saying anything bad. The family is also like, okay, normal conversation. Things are changing very fast in India. Okay. Yeah, I played, it is called hopscotch in English. Chittititi, hopscotch. Okay. I played it with my sisters. I played it with my sister's friends, and I was very good at it. Being a boy, I had better balance, and I used to jump. Sometimes you have to, you have to skip, right? Jump over a few squares. So sometimes we were able to jump 2 or 3 squares at one time. Because when you win a house, you have to cross it, and other people cannot enter that square. So it was great fun, and I enjoyed being the hero in my sister and her friends, group, because I used to play it really well. So yeah, I have great fond memories of these, games. Guys, I hope you liked this text and understood a lot of new things here, learned a lot of new things. Please write a similar text. Write a similar text. Do not copy paste, but write a similar text about any 2 of your family members. You can talk about your mummy and papa. You can talk about your brothers and sisters. You can compare 2 brothers. You can compare 2 sisters. You can compare 2 of your uncles. You can compare 2 of your aunties. Any 2 people in your family, how they're similar and how they are different. So try and learn from this text and write a similar text. When I'm asking you to write a similar text, I'm telling you clearly, I'm not asking you to copy paste, but learn from here and use the phrases and words that you have learned. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is your homework. Write a text comparing two of your family members, two of your brothers, two of your sisters, two of your uncles, two of your aunties, or your mummy and papa, or any two people in your family. Compare them, contrast them, okay? Just like this. And give the title, my uncles, my sisters, my parents, okay? And then write. Similar text, but do not copy paste. दोनों में फर्क समझते हैं ना? Copy paste करना उठा के रख देना just के दस. And there is something first you learn and then you think and then you apply it. So learn from this text and write a similar text. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Have a nice
Bye.
time.
Bye, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.